So this is what I eat when I want a snack. I love like nuts and things like pistachios and pecans. They're delicious. Sort of like walnuts. It just you don't really see walnuts that often, and usually when you get them, they're really old. They don't taste fresh. I'm not really sure why. It's probably from where they grow it. I don't know how many days it's in season. Anyway, as you can see, when I do a search on Google for vitamin B3, when it comes up, it lists everything but this. And it's because of our culture. See? So it's mostly meat sources, and then you can't get peanuts without, I don't know, the damn thing's like 50% salt. And it's not good for you. I don't know what it is about peanuts, but they make me, my body just don't like it. It's like eating bread. I can't stand grains. Anything with grains in it. I mean, I don't mind pasta, but a little bit of pasta. I feel a lot better when I cut bread out of my body. Anyway, that's not focusing again. As you can see, it's got a lot, except for vitamin D. It's got a lot of the stuff, and that's just 30 grams of it. So, it's got the most zinc that I know for the smallest amount, and the magnesium. I mean, holy crap! It's 50%, almost 50% magnesium, just for 3 spoonfuls of it. You can get a lot of what you need out of it just by snacking on this. I think they're delicious. I love them. Every time I'm hungry, I just snack on this. It fills me right up. Why they don't advertise this and why is it not on their lists? Because they're, you know, the anti-drug rules. They consider this to be a drug. It's because of the THC that the plant produces, which is ridiculous. You know, you have a lot of senators and a lot of legal people in the industry, and they're like, if anybody gets caught with drugs, burn them all, burn them all. And you know, a lot of them that are advocates for these laws have people that have overdosed from them. But these are also the same assholes that kick their kids right out on the street, like that was going to help them. You know, I mean, any psychologist can tell you the worst thing you can do for your kid when they're misbehaving is to throw them out on the street. You know, oh, here's your friends, they're all drug users, heavy drug users. Okay, well now you get no support from me. What's that going to do? They're going to end up killing themselves. So, yeah, way to go for parenting, you fucking asshole. And it's these people that are pushing the drug prices way, way up. So for people who actually need it, for people who have ailments or who are at end of life, who have terminal issues, they're the ones who are paying $1,000 for a pill bottle, and they're the ones who are caught up in the insurance schemes. And these people know it, and they feel guilty about it. So they try to start up their little non-profits. I'm here to help you with your pain issues. And how we're going to do that today? We're just going to do it the way that God intended it, without any type of plants. Why would you want to be a slave to a plant? Oh, look, I just fucking ate a salad. Jerk off, motherfuckers. Here's the difference between a real drug chemist, a street drug chemist, right? I mean, our war on salad, fucking plants. Without it, you would die. Your intestinal tract is, even though they say you're an omnivore, you can digest meat. But your digestive tract is not designed to digest meat. It is just more of an occasional thing because of the fact that our ancestors grew up in a time where it froze over and there was nothing to eat except animals. There was no plants. It was all just a big field of white and a bunch of animals chasing each other, trying to kill each other. So, I mean, we had to get in on that to survive. But our actual digestive tract is is a vegetarian's digestive tract. It's long. It's an extremely long digestive tract. I guess what I'm saying is, yes, you can get all your nutritional needs from plants and fungi and eggs. Eggs are one of the most nutritional things that you can eat. Oddly enough, in some cultures they don't eat eggs because they think it's, eating animals or whatever. But I think there's a difference between eating an unfertilized egg and chopping the heads off animals. And that's not really, it's the more humane version of it. Anyway, what was I going to go on? The drug issues. This, you have to order it outside of the United States because of all their fucked up drug rules. And it's ridiculous. It really is. And I support all of the states that are seceding from the federal rules because the federal rules were influenced by Mexico. Mexico paid to have, they paid millions of dollars to have the hemp illegal. And hemp and marijuana are the same plant. So don't be confused about that, where they call it pot or a weed or not. It's not a weed, motherfucker. Your fucking flag, up until a certain point in this country, which people fought and died for, was made out of hemp. It was harvested. And if you look on the back of an old $10 bill, you will see people are harvesting hemp. It was printed right on the damn dollar bill before they changed it. So all this history is lost in our country, right? And they're so fucking smug and hypocritical, and it's pitiful. Here's the difference between those senators and those legislators and those people that lost their kids to overdoses. I'm going to ask you one thing. Just one thing. If your kid knew if the source that they were taking was pure, and they knew how much that they could take for their recreational usage without killing themselves, if it was labeled and it was pure, do you think it would have made a difference? Do you think that if they knew that they could only take 10 milligrams without killing themselves, that they would take more than that? That's the question I'm asking you. And the vast majority of them are going to answer that no. Because most people, what they're looking for is they're looking for normalcy in their life. Very few people chase the super skyrocketing high. Very few of the people, out of the 3 billion people that we have in the country, less than 1%, we're talking a fraction of a percent of people go bananas. Their brains go bananas with this stuff, and they'll kill themselves. I mean, they just can't help it. They're like, more, they're dead. But why do we make laws for the other 99.999% of the people based on just a few of those people that do that? It doesn't make any sense. It's all about the money. I always know it's about the money. It's the reason why this stuff's illegal. You can have the seeds, but you got to order it from outside of the country, and you can't grow the damn seeds in the country because the feds will come and bust your house down, kill your cats, your dogs, light your babies on fire because you didn't come out in time. And they say that's all for the good of the country. You don't support our flag. No, you're a fucking bunch of lying motherfuckers. You're just following a job. You're just a bunch of fucking mercs. And it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. It's just money. It's all it is. They pay money to keep the scheme going. As long as they get a bill passed that funds $28 billion into fighting drugs and crime, when in reality the legalization was the only way to do it because it was a financial issue. It always was. And so someone would say to me, well, you're advocating legalizing drugs. Yeah, Sigma Aldrich, you can go into any fucking website with it and you can get research chemicals, and you can also get MSDS. You can get the, how much is a lethal dose for weight. You can get the purity of it, and you know what the contamination is, etc., etc. So yeah, there are circles out there that do that, and they engage in. Oh yeah, and they're gonna hate that. So you mean someone's taking something and having a good time? Oh, we need to shut that down. Yeah, well, it's because they're all assholes. The whole fucking country is run by foreign nationals. Foreign nationals in our government. So where do you think we make it completely illegal in this country, and then they go and our own operatives, our own people that are paid with our own tax money, go over into other countries and they do what's legal there, and they ship the drugs back. A little loophole that you don't really know, figure out. A guy with eagles on his hats is the one flying in the drugs, and so it's shit when you realize what the problem is. The real issue is the way that our system is run and the politics are run. And, you know, when you get a lot more healthier alternatives to food than fucking wheat and pasta and bread and all that other crap, it's ridiculous. There are so many foods that are a lot more healthier than the stuff that we get in the grocery store. It's just, it's ridiculous. But, you know, the WHO is just another branch of the international consortium for genocide, and it's the corporate face of the lobby mechanism. And they have no interest in seeing people healthy at all, which is ridiculous, because they're the ones that are purporting health and safety, right? I don't know. This is my, however long this is running, my 10 minutes of rant. But and the reason why I was talking about that is because earlier today I was looking up at the prices of like opiates, and I know a little bit about chemistry, and I know how to make opiate, how to synthesize opiates. I know the process involved, and it's sad that when you think that one pill of opiate literally costs less than a penny to manufacture, yet that pill has almost a 4,000% markup in price. And every year they put more laws on the books. There's over 1,000 now that criminalize the opiate itself. And so why do people go after these things? Why do people take opiates? Why is it criminalized to the point that someone... See, it's a health issue, and our society is too fucked up, especially when it comes with the drugs. There are no alternatives. Everything that's an alternative is illegal. So the only alternative someone has for pain management is either magical yoga, or, you know, sitting and humming to themselves, or fake religion. You know, here, hold this book. A magical floating god is going to heal your pain. Ooh, does it work? No, it's all bullshit. So, you know, if God gave you a plant, right, and that plant fixes your pain, but there's not just more than just one plant. There's hundreds of thousands of types of plants that solve the pain issue. It's just they're all made illegal or scheduled, and the only ones that we leave legal are the ones that are heavily, just so many laws on the books. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to ask you again, just out of consciousness, do you think your children would have overdosed had they known if the source was not pure? If it wasn't pure, and if they knew how many milligrams they were supposed to take for their weight, would they have died of an overdose? Would they still have taken the maximum amount? And some smart motherfucker is going to say, yeah, but I guarantee that the rest of them are going to say no. Because most people are not looking to kill themselves. That's not what they're doing. 99% of overdoses are accidental and contamination. So there you go. That's the truth of it, and no one wants to say that. But it's all about the money. Money, 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 money. There's always a fucking money in this country. There's money in killing people, and there's money in putting people in jail, and the jail industry is just there are certain fragment of our society that are absolute nut jobs. I mean, they are sociopathic, crazy motherfuckers, and they need to be put in prison, but the vast majority of them are not. They're just caught up in the whole money thing. can't make enough money, so something happens, or they're young and they're bored and they have nothing to do because we don't put any money towards recreational centers, etc., etc. And the list goes on, and all the reasons. Everyone always knows the reasons because everyone at the top is fucking corrupt. That's what it is, basically. I need 4 boats. My next boat's gonna be made of gold. Yeah. That's the same shit that's going on. That's why. That's really what it is about. People have too much. What is it? I dumped Pepsi on the ground there for her. She didn't like it. She's picky, though. She is a carnivore. She has a very small digestive tract, and it's made just for meat. It's made for digesting it quick and pooping it out quick. She's not... Even though she does need vegetarian sources in her diet. Definitely not grains. Dogs are not grain eaters. They never will be. And if they eat grains, it makes their coat get all dry and disgusting. Their bodies aren't made for it. It's any wonder why that's all we put in their dog food. Anyway, so health and wealth in the country is basically illegal. It's all illegal. And it's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? And that's my take on things.